thigh. Again, the thing we're not dissecting is the deep muscles, which are small muscles. They're small movers. But, so the book says superficial, I mean they're not the deep ones. So we have here, can't see it, but we're in the general area here. We're superficial. We're not cut like on this side. So you can basically say above this line is the sartorius. Below this line is the gracilis. Okay. Okay. Then we look. Again, if we go deep to this, the sartorius, deepest and underneath the sartorius, we will find the vastus medialis.
Oh, okay.
So always look at it in sections. So we're coming over here, we can go deep to the gracilis. We've transected the gracilis. And up here, we're in the crotch. This muscle here. So that's our adductor muscle.
The adductor
femoris.
Femoris, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. And it's right in the pelvis, right, pubic bone. And then we go down. It's not the greatest specimen here, but this muscle. Where's my little pointy pointer? Go from here to here. There's our semimembranosus. So the other one left here is the semitendinosus, which is kind of harder to differentiate here, but it would be down here. It's not delineated very well, but there's semitendinosus right amongst all that connective tissue. So again, the first thing you look, inner thigh. Now we're deep. We're considering deep, and we have three muscles there. The semitendinosus attaches below the knee. The adductor femoris is right in the crotch. Pelvic region. Excuse me. Our sartorius is up here. Deep to that, if that's cut, the only thing there that we need to worry about is the part of the quadriceps, the vastus medialis.
And the vastus lateralis on the opposite of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Vastus lateralis is over here.
Okay.
So
And that's
vastus
underneath?
medialis is deep
underneath.
to the sartorius.
Okay. Is the vastus lateralis underneath too? Deep
Yes.
too? Okay.
So we have here cat. There's his tibia. There's his tibialis anterior. We're not doing the peroneus, so that clears up the lateral part. So tibialis anterior. So we can go to the posterior part of the leg, or the foreleg. Splash it. So again, what's cut through here? The calcaneal tendon we cut through.
Is this the Achilles tendon as well? Same thing?
Or the Achilles tendon,
Okay.
equal. So we cut through that. And if we take this, if on the outer surface, we have the gastrocnemius. And if we take it from the anterior, from the front, so if we pull up this and stick the pin in the anterior surface, we're in the sartorius.
Okay.
Not the sartorius.
Soleus.
Soleus.
Yes. Because sartorius goes across the top.
Soleus. Then we're on the thigh, back portion of the thigh. The whole posterior portion here is basically biceps femoris versus biceps brachii. Biceps femoris. So we transect biceps femoris and we stop there. We have this,
Okay. So
which
the
is the
side-
sciatic nerve, and we're just above where it splits.
I'll send it to you. Mine's new. So much media up here.
Okay, here, there's a kitty cat muscle that comes straight out from the tail. So the gluteus maximus is above that. The caudofemoralis, which is a cat muscle, does have a tail. The biceps, not the biceps at all. Maximus and medius. The problem with this is they're not very well defined. And the problem is, it's really hard to find a cat that gives you good definition.
So that's not going to be on the test.
Say that. But I can give you a picture where you can see two muscles there, one superior to the next.
No, okay.
So, you come up here,
Oh, I'm sorry.
our flank stake here. Is the latissimus dorsi, I think. So it's easy out here in the flank. It goes all the way up underneath here, but you can't see it up in that part. So you see it out in the flank. So remember, it's kind of lateral. It's the only muscle that's really lateral. It's not down here. It's not an abdominal muscle. It's not on the shoulder blades, so it's not a trapezius. It's kind of intermediate. So we have here, right on the scapula, our trapezius muscle, just taking the collective name of the muscle. Trapezius, not the individual
Muscles.
components. So if you go over the shoulder here, right at the crease, yeah, and definition is lacking here. There's some of it, but right in there, there's two muscles there that are going to make up our deltoid. Well, there's three muscles, but so what's missing there is the bit of it cleaned off that you can see there's definite muscle fibers over that shoulder. So we're going to take this we're going to expedite matters here. Expedite too much. So, okay, so remember run back the shoulder blade deep to this supraspinatus. Somebody get a metal probe. So our trapezius muscles are fairly thin. Here we go deep to the trapezius. Now we're in the supraspinatus. And again, always look where we're at in the cat. We're in the shoulders. Are we superficial or are we deep? We're on top or are we below? So supraspinatus. Infraspinatus is down here. It's harder to get to. See, the spine of the scapula is right there. So we got to get below the spine of the scapula.
But it's deep in
Mm-hmm.
the trapezius too.
Need a tripod.
Yeah, you do. I was getting tired.
So there's the spine of the scapula. So our infraspinatus is only a very small part. See, what you see right now is still the trapezius, but once we get beneath the trapezius, we're on the infra. Supraspinatus is up here, infraspinatus is down here. And I literally have to tear the muscle away.
So above the spine and below the spine, right?
Uh-huh. Remember
The scapula.
that the cat's like this now,
Oops. Oh, that's yours. Okay.
supra's up here.
Uh-huh.
So
Running
if
on
I
the
take the supraspinatus, I move my arm up like that, the supraspinatus moves medially.
You do that again.
Supraspinatus move up like this, so that supraspinatus bends up this way, moves like this. So it's, again, up here, where normally the cat's arm will be down like this,
Gotcha.
and the supraspinatus
It'll be there.
will be where you think it'd be. And then we get underneath the scapula. A little wing action. This is what they do in massage to get under there. So, again, you can see the scapula there. So we're sticking the pin so it sticks on the anterior surface of the scapula. So this is our infraspinatus muscle. Versus if we point it the other way, if we take the pin and go out this way towards the spine,
The supraspinatus.
rhomboideus.
Rhomboides, okay.
Supraspinatus is
On
on
the
top
side,
here.
yeah.
Sorry. I didn't realize my whole hand was in it.
So our rhomboideus, this is part of our rhomboideus here.
Oh, okay.
I can take a rhomboideus. Oh, he's got a big one.
Dang, I ran out of room.
But that's it right there,
I know.
our rhomboideus. Okay, so we have, let's see,
Yeah. Do your phone up here right now.
okay. Take this arm out. Easy one. Proper name is, the hardest thing here is getting the proper name. It's not that hard, but it's where mistakes occur.
Is it the bicep?
Triceps brachii
okay. The biceps on the opposite
versus,
side?
yeah, not
Triceps
just the
brachii.
biceps, it's the triceps, it's the triceps brachii, biceps brachii. So this whole back area here is our triceps brachii. Not worried about the different heads.
Okay.
It's triceps brachii. So, take the cat over again. So we're in here. This muscle right here
Pectoris major.
is the pectinoanabrachialis. It's not one you have to know, only in that it's one you don't have to know.
We don't have to know
You
it?
don't have to know it, because this
Don't have to know
muscle, above it
Sorry.
and below it, especially more below it, is the pectoralis major.
Thanks.
And look where we are as far as the arms, especially the
Right
axilla.
between the arms.
The axilla. Versus the pectoralis minor, you know, in
is way up.
humans, the pectoralis minor is a very short muscle, but it's a lot longer in cats. So we come down here below the armpit.
And
You
then
can
the
just
minor?
see, yeah, that's the minor. You can see just barely the outline.
So that's the minor, the other was major you just pushed?
No, this is a cat muscle. This is the xiphohumerales.
No, I mean right there.
This is the minor here.
Right, the other was major up here?
This is, up here is the major. Down below that
It's the minor.
is the minor. So it's the same location as it is on us, it's just a longer origin. So Kitty can curl up and roll around.
I love
Cute.
your description.
So let's go down here quick. What's there? Okay. So we're in the abdomen, clearly in the abdomen. We're superficial.
So external obliques.
So external obliques. What we're not at is over here, in this area. If we're over in there, this area, we're in the latissimus. We say that because people
Latissimus, okay.
that latissimus is flanks versus abdominal. And then we can come and I've already dissected this one. So we can see the cut here. So we're second layer down,
Is the internal obliques?
internal obliques. Then the other one is along the midline. Kitty cat's been laying around, so hard to see the linea alba, the midline. So look at how far lateral we are here. If this is the midline and this is the midline, follow it all the way up. If we go on each side of that midline, it's not cleared off, but it's a rectus abdominis.
Like the six pack?
Yeah.
So they tell.
That's what it is on humans, right?
I don't see any cats walking around the beach kicking sand in other cats' faces.
All right, let's move on before we run out of memory.
Yeah, I know, that's what I was
Okay,
thinking too.
so the last few, again, we have to get underneath. It's going to take me a minute to do this, but if we get underneath this muscle, the superficial muscle we don't need,
That's not the break, or that's not the
the biceps
brachii?
brachii is underneath
That.
this muscle.
Okay,
So to get at the biceps brachii, I have to cut through there.
okay.
It's not going to be right on top. Not a great cat for this, but, okay, the brachioradialis, I'm trying to be mindful of your memory, is going to be right in there.
Can you see if it's doing that or not?
Yeah, you got
It's
it.
not
Okay.
isolated now. I can isolate it easy enough. I
Okay.
know some people have already done it. But that's right where it is versus, again, you find the palmaris longus. Palmaris longus is covered with fascia here.
It's right down below,
But
like a
you're-
palm, right?
Yep. It's right down the middle of the arm.
It's the what?
Palmaris longus.
It's a forearm, actually. Big muscle, palmaris longus. And again, we're here. The the radius side,
And the ulna.
the ulna side, so radius side, the ulna side. So the muscles just on either side of this. So I haven't cleared them off. It takes a few minutes to actually get them freed up. I think that's all of them.
Hooray!
Done?